We Mandako, msijaribu kusonga hapo.
Mheshimiwa Rais sasa akiwa sabani na afisa waliweza kufika katika miji ya Roysambu. Kujua miundo misingi inaendelea katika wizara ya ulinzi.
Your Excellency, my name is Tangongo. I'm going to be taking you through a presentation on Cape Institutional Housing Project. Your Excellency, the forces have been expanding in order to cope with emerging security challenges facing the nation. With this program, Your Excellency, infrastructure development in terms of housing is being undertaken with your support, Your Excellency. The resultant housing shortfall. And Your Excellency, the Ministry of Defense is currently working with the Public-Private Partnership Directorate at the National Treasury to be able to mitigate on this challenge, together with the Ministry of Land, Public Works, Housing and Urban Development through the Affordable Housing. Your Excellency, that is the aim of my presentation.
currently are. Your Excellency, sir, you are currently standing in front of the block shown on the model here. On the ground, Your Excellency, sir, is the model Rayboard Block D right behind me, sir. Your Excellency, sir, for purpose from the current position, this is the direction of north, where you have TRM Mall. This is the direction of east, where you have Thika Road Mall, represented on model by the road shown here, sir. This is the direction of south, where you have Nairobi Baptist Church, is along the edge of a camp around here, sir. This is the direction of west, where you have the Roysambu residential areas. On the model, they are along the edge shown here, sir. Sir, Roysambu military camp is a total of 17 acres. The 17 acres, we have a master plan in the following manner, sir. Sir, the first is an 8.4 acres where you will be conducting your commissioning ceremony today. It's a total of 26 blocks with a total units of 500 units. Out of those 26 blocks, sir, on the model, the first zone, we have 18 blocks of 2-bedroom units, which are for junior NCOs, junior non-commissioned officers, married quarters. Toward the southern end, we have the 8 blocks, which are 3-bedroom units. These are for senior NCOs, married quarters. Your Excellency, sir, the 500 units are supported by other support infrastructure as described during the briefing, which includes but not limited to, we have an elaborate gate that also is the central security point. We have complete water reticulation system as described. We have ample parking to a ratio of 1:1 per housing unit. We have other support infrastructures like kindergarten, open ground areas for the kids to play. Sir, on the master plan, we have the second zone where we have a kindergarten, which comprises of a playground. We have 5 classrooms that accommodate 60 kids. We have a dining area. We have a kitchenette, sir. Sir, the next zone, we have another zone of 0.7 acres shown on the model here, where you have a proposed shopping complex. But currently, as you shall see during your walkabout, we have a Defos supermarket, sir. Sir, on the model, the next compound shown here, we have a 1.4 acres where we have a future proposed academy, right from grade 1 to grade 9, sir. Sir, last but not least, the last zone is a 5.4 acres. It comprises of 14 blocks of affordable housing programs, sir. Sir, out of those 14 blocks, we have 10 blocks shown here, sir, which are 2-bedroom blocks, again for the junior NCOs married quarters. Then the 4 blocks shown here, sir, they are 3-bedroom blocks for the senior NCOs married quarters. The same social facilities, support infrastructure will be replicated in the affordable housing program, sir. Your Excellency, sir, allow me to orient you in terms of program of events from here, sir. Currently, you are studying in front of the model building shown here, sir. From here, sir, Your Excellency, you will proceed to an unveiling plaque that is located on model here, and on ground is right behind you, sir. Sir, from here, you will proceed along the driveway next to TRM Mall as part of the walkabout up to where you have block U for 3-bedroom units, where you'll have your ribbon cutting ceremony, sir. Then you'll have your visitation of the first family in Roysambu military camp housing project, sir. From there, sir, you are going to proceed up to where you have the central spine for the complex. You are going to have a group photo, Your Excellency, sir. From there, Your Excellency, sir, you are going to proceed around the central spine as you appreciate the complex, sir. Sir, then we proceed where you have the Defos supermarket, sir, where you are going to appreciate the shopping complex where it is planned for future. Then, Your Excellency, sir, you are going to proceed to the recently commenced affordable housing program site where you'll be laying your foundation stone, Your Excellency, sir. Sir, from there you proceed to where you'll be planting your commemorative tree at the kindergarten playground, sir. Lastly, sir, but not least, sir, you proceed to your days, sir, where we have KDF soldiers and their families assembled for your address, sir. Sir, that marks the end of my model description, and it's my honor to invite you to your unveiling plaque ceremony, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mheshimiwa Rais, sasa tuweza kuelekezwa kuweza kuzindua majumba haya rasmi kuanza kutumika na majeshi ya ulinzi. Mheshimiwa Rais, tuna furaha isiyo na kifani. Hii leo tutaanza kujenga haya majumba. Basi Mheshimiwa Rais, nikaomba tuweze kuwa watulivu kwa kipindi cha viongozi wetu wa kidini waliovalia kofia, naomba kwa heshima tuweze kuzivua.
Almighty God, thank you for this year of opening homes for our darling soldiers and their families. To every soldier, may these walls provide rest, peace, and strength.
Asanteni kwa heshima, naomba tuvalie kofia zetu. Mheshimiwa Rais anapojongea
hata hapa Nairobi.
Ndio.
Yes sir.
Okay. So ulikuwa posting yako ni wapi? Ulipo?
Mimi ni mtu ya kahawa. Driver. Tunatuma kila mahali kazi.
Okay.
But the family is in.
Lakini family huwezi hama naye. Niliacha huko. Sasa hivi vile nimeona hii nyumba imejengwa, nimeomba na nimebahatika. Yes sir.
Okay.
So waiting list. Kuna
waiting list mrefu.
Yes. Iko sasa saa nyingine pia bahati inatokea. Yes. So but we look at pressing cases.
So hii ni facility ambayo tumekubaliana kwa sababu hapo mbele ilikuwa sio rahisi kufanya kwa budget ya serikali. Nyumba kama hii ukitumia budget ya serikali inachukua miaka 10, pengine miaka 15. Lakini sasa kwa kutumia ushirikiano wa serikali na private sector, pesa tumetumia kujenga hii nyumba na tutalipa sasa kwa muda. Wewe ukilipa rent hapa na nyingine tunalipa. Alafu tukilipa sasa tunapata pesa ya kujenga nyumba zingine. So tumefurahi sana kwamba finally tuko na model yenye itasaidia watu kama wewe na kujitolea. Kazi ya askari ni kazi ngumu, unazunguka kila mahali, inatakikana mahali pazuri unaweza kuacha family. Ndio watoto wasihangaika hapo katikati. Huyu rafiki yangu Hussein apate mahali ya kusoma. Ndio bwana mkubwa. Ulikuwa unasoma wapi? Lesed school. Wapi hiyo?
Sasa hii anasoma.
Sasa unasoma hapa Roysambu? Very good. Umeanza kusoma hapo lini?
Grade 2.
Leo ni day 2.
Nasema grade 2.
Grade 2. Can work better for the people of Kenya because you are now settled. You are not worried about where you are. Ama
hapo nimeshukuru. Hata environment iko cool sana. Sasa nikitumwa kazi mahali yote niko tayari kufanya. Sababu askari akipata family yake kwa mahali mzuri, niko tayari kufanya kazi.
Hata anatulia,
yes, kila
ana focus sasa kwa
yes sir. Kila mahali. Nimeshukuru sana pale. Family hata wameshukuru. Watoto wanafurahi. Ndio mara yao ya kwanza kufika Nairobi kwanza. Hiyo ndio morale kabisa. So na vile wameona hii environment. Sasa hiyo wana appreciate sana. Hata kila mara wanakuomba. Ingawa tumefunga leo kupigia chai hapa.
Naelewa.
But kwa maombi tunazidi kukuombea.
Asante sana. So sasa hii ni awamu ya kwanza, this phase 1. Sasa hapa nyuma tena tutaweka phase 2 ndio tupate askari wengine wakuje waingia hapo, lakini MOD watawaambia tuko na mpango ya 20,000 houses for now. Alafu ndio tuendelee namna hiyo mpaka tupikie askari wetu wote, kila mtu apate mahali pazuri pa kuishi, mahali kuna heshima, mahali kuna maji, kuna facilities where we can all live in dignity. Namna hiyo
tutashukuru sana.
So wacha nikuulize swali. Ungependa mimi nifanye nini zaidi kupita hapa kwa maoni yako?
Kwanza tunashukuru sana afande. Tutoka kwa mbali. Mali tuko tunashukuru. Ile maoni yangu moja mimi naomba afande tuongezea affordable house, askari wengi na wale tunalikuwa ni wengi. Affordable house kwa system ni wengi na challenge kidogo tuko nayo ni pande shule.
Okay.
Tuongezea kila mtu askari yule junior anaandikwa saa ataoa kesho na anahitaji watoto wanahitaji mahali ya kusoma. Shule pia iangaliwe. Yes sir.
And I think we have the plan. Hapa tutajenga shule hapa.
Yeah.
So katika awamu inayofuata, maybe in a year's time, maybe or sooner.
Yes.
I think we can do it sooner.
Yes.
You know, as we do the affordable housing.
Yes.
Hapa, I will get the ministry to work on the school.
Okay.
So that our kina Hussein na sawa
Yes,
na sawa wapate mali ya kwenda shuleni, na tutajenga shule ya
We can think of even how to value this contract.
yes, we should value this contract so that we include the school.
Yes.
And we should do both the primary and secondary school. There is enough space. We can go up so that we accommodate this. Unajua kama unajua mama kwa hapa na watoto na shule ni hapa, basi dunia inasonga vizuri. Sawa sawa. Nimefurahi pia kumbe unafikiria wenzako ambao hawajapata. Wewe uliyebahatika unakumbuka wale wengine. So na hata sisi tutafanya hivyo, tutawakumbuka. Ndio tuko na mpango ya kuwafikia pia. Sawa bwana. Nashukuru.
Family photo kidogo.
Oh, family photo. Where are the good people? I can also kuja simama hapa. Hawa, sawa. Very good. Mama kuja mama.
mitandao yetu ya kijamii na hali kadhalika mtandao rasmi wa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya na Amiri Jeshi Mkuu ya Kenya. Kwenye nyumba za housing
That's cool.
Wah.
sote kwa heshima tuweze kusimama kumkaribisha Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya na Amiri Jeshi Mkuu Majeshi ya Ulinzi Mheshimiwa Daktari William Kipchirchir Samoei Ruto akijiunga nasi rasmi. Karibu Mheshimiwa Rais, tukiwa na furaha isiyo na kifani hii leo kutuzindulia makazi haya rasmi ambayo tutazidi kuitumia tunapotumikia jeshi letu la Kenya. Nasi rasmi Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya na Amiri Jeshi Mkuu Majeshi yote ya Ulinzi. Asanteni kwa heshima, tuketi tafadhali. Mheshimiwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya na Amiri Jeshi Mkuu wa Majeshi ya Ulinzi, Waziri wetu wa Ulinzi Mheshimiwa Roslina Soipan Tuya, Katibu Wizara ya Ulinzi Daktari Patrick Mariru, Mkuu wa Majeshi ya Ulinzi Jenerali Charles Mureo Kahariri, Naibu Mkuu wa Majeshi ya Ulinzi Luteni Jenerali John Omenda, Kamanda wa Jeshi letu la Nchi Kavu Luteni Jenerali David Kipkemboi Keter, Kamanda wa Jeshi la Wanaanga Meja Jenerali Bernard Waliaula. Ningependa kuchukua fursa hii kwa heshima na taadhima kuu kumwalika Mkuu wa Majeshi ya Ulinzi aweze kuendelea na ratiba. CDF sir.
Your Excellency, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defence Forces, our Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Defence, Honorable Riro, and the other PSs present, VCDF and service commanders, general officers, officers, all service members and family members present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, on behalf of the Kenya Defence Forces personnel, I am pleased to welcome you here, this site in Roysambu military camp, for the commissioning of this project that houses 500 housing units, being the first of the program under public-private partnership framework that the KDF and the ministry, through your direction and support, is executing in addressing the issue of housing for our service members, service officers, and personnel at large. This is testament, Your Excellency, to your commitment to the welfare of KDF personnel and their families to enable them execute the task that is given to the KDF. Today, we celebrate more than just brick and mortar, Your Excellency. We celebrate how secure, dignified accommodation strengthens the family, enhances morale, and therefore reinforcing our personnel's ability to serve the nation, executing their mission with confidence and focus. Notably, Your Excellency, as you have seen in your walkabout, the project includes various social infrastructure, and key among them is the projected school, which will also have a special unit in this place. And as you have directed, we shall go ahead and prioritize the setting up of the school to high school level, Your Excellency. So, Your Excellency, KDF appreciates your government affordable housing program. Under that program, KDF is set to benefit in phase 1 of 10,000 units. We're talking 500 here, so 10,000, that magnitude, Your Excellency, will make a big difference. It will expand our institutional housing capacity and also give more families that are perennially separated from their the breadwinners to be experience life as a unit. And as you have seen in the unit that you visited and interacted with that family, what it means for them to be together. Your Excellency, in recognition of the broader policy and human capital framework, we do acknowledge the also other ongoing modernization programs that your government, Your Excellency, and with your leadership as Commander-in-Chief, has approved, and programs that will go a long way to strengthen our Kenya Defense Forces and our ability to defend the nation. These modernization programs span various aspects that are key to mission accomplishment, command and control and communication, logistics, medical facilities, and training enablers that will be increase capacity of the KDF across the three services, but also our ability to operate within the multi-agency framework and also in our collaboration and coordination with other forces across the globe. So, Your Excellency, we recognize and value also your leadership in looking after other aspects of welfare of the Kenya Defense Forces, including the support to the ongoing, or rather the institutional review of salaries and other terms and conditions of service. And I want those gathered here, if you really think Excellency has done something, let's show the appreciation, please. Excellency, ukiona hizo smiles ni za ukweli, and we really appreciate what you've done for us. So, and investing, as I said, in the welfare of our personnel, I stand here to assure you that we are committed to the highest standards in our performance, in delivery of the service that we give to this country, that is defense, and also contribute to development, which you have encouraged and continue to support, that KDF is involved in nation building and advancement of various capital projects to enhance the socio-economic well-being of Kenyans. So we are part of the society, Your Excellency, and we therefore contribute, knowing that we are contribute as Kenyans. Sometimes members of the public, some members of the public may look at KDF as if we are not part of this society. We are, and when we are employed to do that, we are just building our country. So, Your Excellency, I want to take this opportunity to recognize and appreciate that it has taken a lot of effort and coordination and cooperation of various government agencies and the private sector. This cannot be achieved by government alone. So we appreciate particularly the State Department for Housing and Urban Development and the PS is here. Thank you very much. I also single out our PS and CS for the way they have been able to engage and interact with other ministries and agencies to bring cohesion and therefore bring such benefits to us. And for us, we can only commit that we shall remain loyal, we shall remain committed to our tasks, and whenever we are called upon, the country can rely on KDF. Thank you, Excellency. At this point, allow me to invite CS Defense to make remarks and welcome you to address the gathering. Excellency.
Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, the Chief of the Defense Forces, Principal Secretary, Ministry of Defense, Dr. Patrick Mariro, Principal Secretary, State Department for Housing and Urban Development, Principal Secretary for Correctional Services, Vice Chief of Defense Forces, the service commanders present here, general officers present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Your Excellency, with your permission, let me just have our PS stand. Maybe some of our officers have not seen our PS. This is PS for Defense, Dr. Patrick Mariro, who is doing an exemplary job to make sure we achieve these milestones. Our greatest partner here, PS Hinga. This is PS Hinga of Housing and Urban Development, a key partner here. We also have our PS for Correctional Services, Honorable Biako. Karibu sana. Your Excellency, our other greatest partner, I just want Tom Mulwa to stand, of the Linda Company, a very valued partner. Your Excellency, very briefly, it is an honor and privilege to have you here today at the Roysambu military camp for the commissioning of the residential accommodation for our service members under a very innovative framework of public-private partnership. Your Excellency, you have heard about the deficit that exists, the housing deficit within KDF. And I want to say that addressing this gap or the deficit that we have is not merely an infrastructure undertaking. It is a moral obligation and a strategic imperative. Your Excellency, adequate housing directly influences morale, as has been said here. It enhances family cohesion for our service men and women. It enhances retention and ultimately operational readiness. Your Excellency, a soldier who is secure at home serves the nation with greater focus and confidence. And today's ceremony, Your Excellency, presents more than just a handover of keys to KDF families. From your end, it signifies the delivery of a promise that you have made over time. The 500 housing units we commissioned this afternoon, as we have presented to you, is part of 3,069 other units across Roysambu, Nanyuki, Gilgil, Lanet, and Mariakani under this PPP framework. And this milestone, Your Excellency, reflects a deliberate policy design, structured financing, disciplined project management, and strong interministerial coordination. And I want to commend the project delivery teams from the Ministry of Defense. Your Excellency, the National Treasury have given us a lot of support, the Office of the Attorney General, and our partners from the Ministry of Lands, Public Works, and Housing and Urban Development through the State Department of Housing. And their technical stewardship and oversight have been instrumental throughout the project cycle. I acknowledge the public-private partnership partners, including the transactional advisors and the project company, Linda Company, who are here, whose financial commitment, technical expertise, and execution capacity have ensured timely delivery. This collaboration, Your Excellency, demonstrates what can be achieved when government and private sector align behind a shared national objective anchored on transparency, accountability, performance, and discipline. This development stands among pioneer institutional housing projects under the PPP framework, and it demonstrates that institutional housing demand can be effectively integrated into national housing policy without exerting undue pressure on exchequer resources. And we want to thank Your Excellency for your support through the State Department for Housing, who have been very supportive and supported even this very innovative model that has not been tried before. Because by leveraging structured PPP financing models, we have, through your guidance, Your Excellency, we have managed to unlock scalable and sustainable capital solutions. Through asset recycling and capital markets-based instruments, we are ensuring that initial investments catalyze further development. And this approach enables the Ministry of Defense to progressively narrow the housing gap while safeguarding fiscal space for core defense operations, modernization, and capacity enhancement. Your Excellency, with our small A&A from the housing, this PPP model has managed to deliver this 500 units. And the more we increase the number of housing, the numbers, the more our A&A goes up. And we should be able to scale up to finally close the gap of our deficit. Your Excellency, beyond these 3,069 units, which is our first phase under the PPP model, we have commenced an additional 10,095 housing units through the Affordable Housing Program under the Housing State Department. And these projects are situated at Kahawa Garrison, Embakasi Garrison, Langata Garrison, Moi Air Base, and here at Roysambu Military Camp. Out of the 10,000, we have 280 units that will benefit this camp. And the scale of this undertaking, Your Excellency, does signal the government's long-term resolve to decisively address the housing deficit within the KDF. Most importantly, Your Excellency, this program has generated economic spillovers. We have approximately 5,000 workers engaged daily across our construction sites. Your Excellency, 5,000 of our hustling young men and women are benefiting direct jobs, and as we progress, these numbers are going to spiral to large numbers. Local suppliers on their end have been integrated into the value chain, and skills transfer has been embedded within project execution. And in this way, this initiative advances the affordable housing program while contributing meaningfully to the bottom-up transformation agenda by stimulating domestic economic activity and delivering measurable social impact. Your Excellency, I saw you interacting with a young mason there. I think he's from Homa Bay. So you can see the ripple effect of this initiative. It's touching the heart of Kenyans, which is alleviating the unemployment challenge that we have. The welfare of our servicemen and women, on the other hand, remains very central to the Ministry of Defense. And we remain very grateful, Your Excellency, for the welfare support you have given to the KDF, the salary enhancement, among many others, and the housing challenge, which, going hand in hand with the remuneration, Your Excellency, our servicemen and women can focus in ensuring the territorial integrity of our country. Investment in dignified living conditions is an investment in national security by all means. Your Excellency, as I conclude, allow me, on behalf of the Ministry of Defense, to express our sincere appreciation for your steadfast leadership and unwavering commitment to improving the welfare of our officers. I cannot finish, Your Excellency, without commending our servicemen and women, the Kenya Defense Forces, for their renowned professionalism. It's known all over the world. Their discipline and dedication to safeguarding our republic. We are proud of our servicemen and women, and Your Excellency, just to assure them that you are every single aspect, the modernization, the housing, the other welfare issues, they are right, they are really in your heart. And we continue to move forward in ensuring that they are safe, they are at peace, they are cohesive within their families as they focus on the core mandate. Your Excellency, it is now my singular honor and privilege to invite you to address our service members and their families. Welcome, Your Excellency.
Asanteni sana, tafadhali tuketi. Mimi nimeona kila mtu anahepa hapa juu. Nikasema hata mimi nijipange. Kawaida podium kama hii wanga ni ya watu wengi, wako na vuvuzela na nini. Kutana na ofisa mmoja ambaye tayari amehamia hapa, Bwana Udo na familia yake. Na kama kuna siku ambayo naelewa kwamba we are making a difference in people's lives, one of them is today. Seeing an officer giving a testimony that he has moved from where he was in the bush. That's what he told me, that he was in the bush. And today he is in a house with dignity, with his family that is secure. That dignity is what every Kenyan deserves. And that is why I am very, very proud of our housing program. It has not come easy. Many people questioned our commitment to this program of housing. They did not believe that we meant what we said. Others challenged us that we were promising more than we could deliver. I stand here today. These houses were started in 2024. In 2 years, we have completed these houses, and servicemen and women will move in and live. I have heard it from General Kahariri here, because he tells me he has lived in a military space his whole life, and he has seen the evolution of the military space. There is no time in independent Kenya that military personnel have been housed the way we are doing today. We are making history. We are writing a new chapter. For a very long time, we normalized mediocrity. You know, it was okay for officers to stay in some small 10 by 10 room with no toilets, many of them living in mabatis, some of them living in tents, and it was made to look like it was okay, and we normalized it. But I'm very proud that we have raised our ambition as a nation, that today housing is part and parcel of the DNA of Kenya. Across from social housing to affordable housing to housing for our military officers. I've just come from the prison department. We are building for them 5,000 housing units. The police, we have a program of 18,000 or 20,000 units for our policemen and women. And the citizens of Kenya, today you go to any city in the Republic of Kenya, from Mandera to Garissa to Kilifi, to Mombasa, to Kwale, Homa Bay, Kisumu, Kisii, Eldoret, Kericho, anywhere, you will find high-rise buildings because we want Kenyans to live in dignity. I stand here with a lot of pride that together, as a people, we have moved the needle and we are changing our own country. Step by step, one stone upon the other, one house upon the other, one program upon the other. And I am confident, very, very confident, that we are moving in the right direction. These housing units here, 500 of them, are part of 3,000 housing units, the first phase, here in Roysambu, in Nanyuki, in Gilgil, in Lanet, and in Mariakani. All the 3,000 units will be complete by June this year. Starting with the one we are handing over today. We have already started phase 2. And phase 2 is going to be 10,000 units. Already I've laid the foundation for the phase 2 in this facility. There is a rollout of phase 2 in many other military installations. And I am confident that with the model we have designed, we are going to deliver housing to not just our military personnel, but to our security sector in general and to the people of Kenya, as we are now witnessing. Just for the record, because many people don't believe in doing things differently. There is a lot of innovation. There is a traditional way we have done things before. It has worked before. It may not work now, because times have changed. There was a time we could fund such programs from the budget because we didn't have 60,000 military men and women. We had less than 10,000. It was possible to do certain things. As the numbers grow, we have to think. We have to be innovative. We have to be creative. And we have to change our mind on some of the things that we have done the traditional way. That is why it is said that it is only a fool who doesn't change their mind. So we have to think outside the box. We have to look for innovative ways of doing stuff for our country. These beautiful houses you see here were not built entirely by public resources. 80%, maybe 90% of the money that built these houses is from the private sector. You know, many people would say, how do you allow the private sector to build houses for our military? Or at all? That is the new way of doing things, private-public partnership. The 7 billion that we are using to do the first 3,000 houses, most of it came from the capital markets. The 23 billion that we are going to invest in doing the 10,000 units, 80% of it will come from the capital markets, from the private sector. That is how we are going to change our nation. That is how we are going to secure our future, and that is how we are going to make dignity a right, not a privilege. So, as I stand here, I am very proud of the steps we are making as a nation. They may not be easy choices, but they are the right choices. And that is why we are seeing results. And we are going to do this. We are building Talanta, again, using both private and public resources. We are building Bomas of Kenya, using public and private resources. We are building Mau Summit Road, using public-private resources. That's how we are going to develop this country, good people going into the future. And I want to persuade us, as a nation, that working together, building synergy between the public sector, between different institutions in government, and the private sector will give us the results that we seek to transform our nation. You're going to be seeing, we are going to be doing more roads. We have a comprehensive program which I have laid out before the people of Kenya. We have built 20,000 kilometers in the last 60 years. In those 60 years, Japan has built 1 million kilometers. Do you people know the difference between 1 million kilometers and 20,000 kilometers? Siko tofauti? Ni tofauti kidogo? Si ni tofauti kubwa? Na wale watu si miracle workers. They plan, they design, they use innovation, and they do stuff. And that is why I have set a new target for ourselves, that in the next 7 years, we want to build 28,000 kilometers of tarmac in Kenya. Yes. It's going to be a blend of what we can do from the private sector, what we can do from the public sector, and we are going to change our country. We must also get rid of hunger. We cannot live on the edge. 60 years after independence, we cannot have families, children, sleeping hungry in Kenya. We must do whatever it takes. And that is why I have set out an ambitious program to harvest water, to store water, to have dams at different levels. It's going to cost us almost 1.5 trillion, and we are going to do it in the next 7 years, God willing. Because if we bring another 2.5 million acres of our very arable land to production, we will produce enough value addition, agro-processing, manufacturing, industrialization. That requires energy. We do not have enough energy to drive our transformation. But even as I say that, there are 3 fundamental enablers that is a must. One is of our security sector people. They are continuously going beyond their limits to make sure that this country is secure, more particularly our military. And I want to tell you as Commander-in-Chief, I appreciate what you are doing. And that is why, as we look at the terms and service and conditions of service of others, we never forget our security sector. As we think about housing, we make sure our security sector are in the equation. As we think about health, our security sector must be in the formulation, because the security, peace, stability of our nation is paramount to our transformation. They normally say, with surgical precision and military discipline. And I see it every time, because many of the projects that we have done, many people don't know, from Talanta to Bomas to Nairobi River Regeneration. I have done it with a tacit support and discipline of our military, for which I am very, very grateful. So, in conclusion, let me say that the two things that stand out from our military men and women is discipline and patriotism. The second enabler for our nation is our belief in ourselves and our belief in our country as we believe in God. As we believe in God, we must believe in this nation called Kenya. And we must believe in ourselves that we have what it takes to achieve and even surpass what others have achieved. Yaani inawezekana. I find many people who have doubts on everything. People who, when we told 2 years ago we are going to do these houses, they said we were lying. They said it was not possible. Walisema tumeshasikia hiyo maneno, lakini sasa hawasikii, wanaona. Si namna hiyo? So I want to ask citizens, fellow citizens of this great nation called Kenya, let us believe in ourselves. Look at what we have achieved. We have transformed our economy in the last 3 years. We have a much more stable economy today. Our farmers have done exceptionally well. We've done more in the agricultural sector, more tea, more coffee, more stable foods. Look at what we have done together in the health sector. Today, we have 29.6 million Kenyans on health insurance. And the country is moving. Look at what we have done in housing. It should reinforce the belief that we can do it. It should reinforce our belief in our country. And that is one lesson we must continuously learn from our military men and women. So I am very happy and very proud that this afternoon I joined families from our service men and women who are now going to be home. They will have a home here. I have told the good officers here that we need to build a school right here. And we need to build a good school and a big school so that even the children of the communities around here can come and also benefit. As you know, we have a very serious shortage of schools in Nairobi. We are building more classrooms. I've been working with members of parliament. We've had to do affirmative action. So any opportunity we have to have an extra school, let's build. Na kwa hivyo, mimi nimefurahi sana. Nataka niwaambie asanteni sana kwa ushindi huu ambao umepatikana. I want to just assure you that going into the future, you can count on my support, that of the government of Kenya and the people of Kenya, as we provide infrastructure and other support so that you can undertake the onerous mandate of securing our borders and the people of Kenya. You can count on my support. Nawatakia heri na nataka mjue together our strength is not just in our diversity. It is in the unity in our diversity, standing together beyond regional divides, cultural divides, ethnic divides, religious divides. We must know that ultimately we are Kenyans. Yani sisi ni wa Kenya. That is the bottom line. You can be anything else. You can be anything. But you must always remember, ultimately, we are Kenyans and we are one. And we have a common destiny as a people of Kenya. So, asanteni sana, nawatakia heri. We will do the rest, and God bless you and your families. Asanteni.
Mheshimiwa Rais, niombe ubaki papo hapo ukiwa umesimama, na kwa heshima naomba sote tusimame kwa wimbo wa taifa. Asante.